I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, epidemiologist, biostatistician, faculty member, and in this segment, I'm going to be going over how to optimally utilize the CDC Wonder dataset. So I had some difficulty at first trying to maneuver this massive, useful dataset, but once I got the hang of it, I was able to actually use it well. The first thing I'm going to look at is gun violence and how racial groups are affected, racial groups categorized by gun violence. So what I did is the first thing I wanted to look at is race. There's a lot of choices that you can make. For instance, you can do county, you can do a lot of different races and whatnot. So I decided to do stratified by race. So you select that by group results by, you can do that by race and then also county level and whatnot. I didn't choose to do group results by and results by because that's not going to be too many people. You also can go in and select the state that you want to look at. So if you wanted to look at Georgia, you can take a look at how the race takes place in different states. There's the option to look at different urban area centers. There's also different demographics that you can select. And I selected all races just to compare between black and white and different Hispanic others. The main thing that I wanted to really emphasize is the ICD-10 code. So the ICD-10 code, and I looked at a paper where this was used, but at the ICD-10 for gun violence is W32, W33, W34. And as you can see, the ICD-10 codes are in here. And what you can do is once you have and I just lost what I had, but once you look at different categories of, for instance, gun violence. So if we take a look at why I had to, why I believe 32 to 34, then you can open fully, and then you're going to get the various data sets that are in here. So I already had one, so I'm going to go ahead and look at the results. I'm not going to see down here, you can actually put send, and that would request the results, but I already had one, so I don't want to mess that up. And I'm going to interpret that once I see it. So here's the results. What is interesting is there's racial disparities in gun violence, and this is Black History Month, so I wanted to go over the gun violence. So you can look at the absolute deaths, and as you can see, absolute deaths, Black absolute deaths are higher than white absolute deaths. Now you can do that, but that won't tell you the percentage. So if you divide by the percentage, then you'll be able to see what is going on. So as you can see, the population is, even though the population is higher for white individuals, the Black individuals, the crude rate per 100,000 is a whopping 17.2 versus 2.4 among the white population. So unfortunately, African Americans are bearing the brunt of mortality related to gun violence. And there's multiple reasons. There's higher poverty rates, and equitable access to healthcare, and so many different problems, and as it happens to be for underserved minorities such as Black individuals. So this is something that really requires attention, maybe gun control, which would decrease the amount of gun violence that takes place among African Americans, and taking a look at that closely. Um, so, so bottom line is, first of all, NCHS or CDC Wonder is a great place to provide understanding of how this takes place. And then you can look at the racial disparities very well. You can't have a map because of how this is um, distributed, but you can go into the request form and kind of change according to what everything is. I hope this has made some sense. Thank you for listening.